I am on my way right now to the first, not the first, but it's my first time going to this vegan event. I'm not vegan whatsoever. However, I do love people who are vegan. They tend to be a little bit more open-minded, I feel, generally speaking. I know there's fucking crazy ass people in that community. There's crazy ass people in every fucking community, dude. Like, it's not like the crazies all exist in this community. Like, even politically, on both sides, there are people who are sane and there are people who are fucking insane. No matter what, you gotta be careful with any group that you can get into for free because you're gonna have fucking crazy ass people joining those groups. And I know down the line I'm gonna have some fucking weird ass people who like my book so much and they obsess over me, and it's like this kind of like a weird like fetish. I don't know. It's the truth. It's the truth. But I will say this, man. Generally speaking, what I've experienced from traveling, I had a really good friend of mine who's vegan that I spent a lot of time with and ate a lot of vegan food with. And let me tell you something. The best lasagna I ever had was this vegan lasagna. I had it while I was in Barcelona. The best burger I ever had was a vegan burger. It was fucking delicious. I had that in Estonia. The best pasta I've ever had outside of lasagna was vegan pasta. I had that in Italy. And let's see, there's another thing I'm blanking on right now, but I've had some fucking amazing ass vegan food, dude, and I love it. And there's something special about even going to just like a vegan restaurant. Dude, it feels like it's a lot more conscious in there. There's like more plants, and it seems like it's just a lot more intentional, man. And I really enjoy that. I really like that. And I'm excited to go to this like little event that they have every other week nearby me. I was smoking weed with this girl who I've been going to yoga on and off with for like the last 8 years or so. And I was smoking in her backyard with one of her friends, and she told me about this, and I'm like, oh dude, like fuck yeah. I just texted her. I said, hey, I'm going to the vegan thing if you're going. She goes, oh, it's out of my budget right now. And I'm like, well, like, it's cool that one thing leads to another, and this is the grand adventure. I'm like, all right, well, I'll go here, I'll speak to people, I'll market my book. I don't know, I'm just gonna start a bunch of conversations and see where things take me. Now, right now, I'm wearing a shirt that says fuck them kids. I got this at a comedy show. Shout outs to Ocean Live on Instagram. He's a comedian, and I went to go see him and Dion Cole live a couple days ago. And he was selling these shirts. So if you see Dion Cole coming to your city, his opener, Ocean Live, he sells these shirts that say fuck them kids. So here I am rolling up with the book called The Real Nigga Bible, with a shirt that says fuck them kids. And what I really want to do is I want to meet people who are attendees, but I really want to meet people who are like the people who do it, right? Because those are the people, like, what I love meeting. And I love meeting people who are like really passionate about what it is that they do and are really intentional about what they do. And it's not like society's pressuring people to go serve vegan food. Like, this is a conscious choice that somebody made. And we're just gonna meet some fucking fun people. And yeah, like, what I'm wearing and what I have and who I am, I'm a very polarizing character. I learned something from a coach. I won't say his name, only because like I won't really point fingers or anything like that. I will say I don't resonate with his message these days, and I don't necessarily want to subject my audience to like the dense energy of this character. But at the same time, I've learned so much from this person, and I'm extremely grateful that I invested fucking thousands upon thousands of dollars to go see this person live. But he taught me a lot about communication. And one thing that I really learned from him is, look, most people, you're not gonna get along with most people. It's the truth. So you might as well be who it is that you are fully, because out of 20 people, you'll meet maybe 1 or 2 people that really fucking love you. Really fucking love you. Out of that same 20 people, you'll meet maybe 2, 3, 4 people that absolutely fucking hate your guts. Hate your fucking guts. They want you to, they hope that one day your fucking partner takes you on a hike up a mountain, and while you're taking a fucking photo or something, a selfie, they fucking launch you off the mountain with a Spartan kick. That's how they fucking want you to die. And then there are people all the way in between. There are people who just feel just indifferent. The rest are gonna feel indifferent about you, and that's fine. But what we really want, what I really want specifically, is I only want people who fucking love me. I only want to be around people who fucks with me for me being who the fuck I am fully. Where they're like, yes, I fucking love this guy. And with those kind of people, man, like, I just want to be who it is that I am. I just want to enjoy my time here on Earth. I'm not here for a long time. Okay, I may have 80, 90 years. One of my mentors is saying that with the technology that's booming right now or happening, we'll probably live to over 100 and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, man. We'll see. I'm 28 right now. We have a long journey ahead. Hopefully nothing fucking happens by accident and this whole fucking crazy journey comes to an abrupt end. But I'm on this motherfucking planet, bro. I'm trying to enjoy this shit, bro. I'm trying to enjoy my time. That's the big thing for me. And with that means I want to be around people that I enjoy being around, and I want to be immersed in opportunities that are very specific for me. So what you're going to see today is you're going to see people get fucking turned off. You're going to see people who don't want to be in the video and want to be blurred and have maybe a negative adverse reaction to my shirt or negative adverse reaction to my book. And that's fine. That's totally expected. And there's going to be some awkward moments. It's going to be, some emotionally fucking dense emotions. Possibly, very possibly. We'll see. Vegans are typically, who knows? These are the people who love animals more than they love people. So maybe they're just gonna be like, I don't give a fuck about you, nigga. Like, it's all about love, nigga. They probably won't say that. I would imagine there's not gonna be too many niggas at this vegan festival or vegan like event, whatever. I remember last month, is it to the day actually? No, not to the day, but about 29 days ago, I had a jiu-jitsu tournament, and afterwards what I wanted to do was, I was with my family. I wanted to take my family to a vegan restaurant that seemed like it was like a fucking like award-winning vegan restaurant. And I'm like, yo, you guys gotta try this. Like, let's go have like a fucking cool like vegan experience. And them niggas, I'm like, this is like, I won awards and stuff. And they're like, you can go there. I'm like, what? Y'all niggas don't even want to try it? What? Niggas, bro. So I'd imagine that I'm not gonna see too many niggas. Niggas, they hear vegan and the first thing they think is, like, the words that come to their mind is fake meat. I don't like fake meat. I want real meat. That's fine. Everybody lives a fucking different life, and live how you want to. That's what I say, man. As long as you don't fucking hurt somebody else in the process. But that's hard to do, right? Because I feel like no matter what, like, I'm gonna hurt somebody. I'm gonna hurt somebody. I just don't want to hurt the people that I love. But the words that I use, the way that I act, the way that I carry myself, yeah, people are gonna get fucking hurt. People are gonna be upset. And let me tell you something. That's not my responsibility to solve that. It's not my responsibility to make somebody else feel good over how it is that I am. Now, if I make a sincere mistake, someone who's like really important for me or someone that I want to connect with, and it's something that doesn't require so much effort on my part to change or to fix, but it means a lot to them, then so be it. All right, like I have a friend who noise is a big deal to them. They do not like noise. I've been in so many situations with them in public where somebody's listening to a TikTok or something, right, and is blasting from their phone, and they can't fucking help but like immediately go tell that person to please put some headphones in. And I spent quite a bit of time with this person, and I'm like, dude, I don't care, like I'll put some fucking headphones in, whatever. When you're not around, I'll play some music, you know, through my speaker. But that's something that means a lot to them, but doesn't take much effort on my part, right? Like, I'm happy to make that compromise. But, you know, there's a lot of people who I don't know who are like, you can't be like this, you can't, who, like, what the fuck? That's actually really ridiculous that somebody is telling somebody what they can and can't do. Do you realize that everything is fucking made up here? Do you realize, look at these fucking cars on the side of the road, the sign, the fucking telephone poles, all of this, everything that we see is fucking made up. The fucking streets, the buildings, the car that I'm in, the fucking Quickie Mart over there, all of this shit is made up, bro. It's made up. Somebody had a thought and they made it up. There's no like, this is the way about life, this is the way to do it. Like, are you kidding me, bro? There's literally infinite ways to go about living life. There is no, this is the way, this is the right way, that's wrong. It might be wrong for you. It may not be the right way for you. But that doesn't mean that it's right or wrong. It just is. It's just is. And I know we can come up with fucking examples, like extreme examples, and like, well, that's wrong. But you know what, dude? There's actually good. There's a lot of good and fucking atrocity. Let me tell you that. And a lot, like, the world's not really ready to hear that. Let me tell you something. They want to perpetuate a motherfucking message that's meant to limit you. I have my book, right? The Real Nigga Bible. There are people, fucking nobodies. Nobody. I don't know why I can't be seen with this book. I'm gonna get canceled. The way that the world works is we have nobodies that are afraid of being canceled. Nobody even gives a fuck about them. Nobody's even thinking about them. And they're thinking that they're gonna get canceled. It's crazy, dude. They just perpetuate this fucking fear, and they want to, I don't know what they want to do. I have no fucking clue. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to live my fucking life the best that I can. I'm going to enjoy it the best that I fucking can. That's why I got off social media. I've been fucking using social media again. I do my best not to consume that much. I do a little bit, just very minimal consumption. Like, man, this bitch, she got some thick thighs. What's up with her story? You know what I'm saying? So I'll watch that. You know what I'm saying? Or like, I won't typically scroll past the first post on Instagram. Sometimes I'll just look at that first post. But I haven't liked anything since I've been back. I want to be really intentional about being a producer online rather than a consumer online. Because the fucking narrative that's being pushed out is ridiculous, bro. Motherfucking Kim Kardashian won Man of the Year last year. She ain't like this. What? What? Are you kidding me, bro? This is who you want me to listen to. You want me to listen to a world that's actively telling me that out of all men on this planet, Kim Kardashian won the Man of the Year? She doesn't even know what it's like to have a dick. She's never had to fucking scratch her balls. But she, out of all, who else could have won that award? Idris Elba, Patrick Mahomes, Shaq? Like, there's so many freaking great candidates. Who could have won Man of the Year? Travis Kelce? You know, that nigga's fucking Taylor Swift. Like, that's a man who I'm like, yes. You won, nigga. This was your year. Woo! This is not the world, man. The world is crazy as shit, bro. So I'm just doing my thing. I'm living how the fuck I want to live, operating from how I operate, and I'm just gonna do my best, bro. And I'm gonna upset a lot of people along the way. And bro, listen, if I upset you, if I rub you the wrong way, well, it just means that we aren't for each other. That's it. We don't have to fucking insult each other. We don't need to fucking point the finger. We don't need to invest negative energy and fucking try to spread this fucking right or wrong, create enemies for no reason, and focus on shit that we can't control. We don't need to do that. It's a waste of both of our lives. Of both of our lives. So it's like, hey, if you don't fuck with me, if you don't fuck with my message, bro, that's all good, dog. Like, there's somebody for everybody, and I'm just not for you. I'm for some people. For some, I am for them. For others, I'm not. And that's the truth, and that's totally fine. And one thing I'm really excited about is, look, see, I've been documenting on video for the last 2 years. However, I never really released anything like in the public. There's YouTube videos of me, you know, from like a year ago. But in terms of like the adventures that I had, I have not posted anything from that time. I posted like some short films, or like some, not films, but like short clips. What do you call them? Like shorts and reels and all that kind of shit. But I ended up deleting them off of my social media just to protect the people who were in those videos, because I wrote a book called The Real Nigga Bible, and you never know. Like, you can't underestimate your opponent. You know, they can go for people that you love and, you know, care about and all that kind of stuff. And I don't really want to bring people that like have things to lose into my storm, because I know that as much as there's going to be people that love me, there's also going to be people that unbelievably fucking hate me and despise my guts. So I am going to be, what the fuck? Oh. So yeah, I'll document. I'm not used to like asking people, oh, like, are you okay with me like filming you? This is for YouTube or anything like that. I'm not used to that. I usually just document solo. Like, I'm usually by myself in my car or at my home, or, you know, in nature or some shit, and I'll pull this out and I'll just start talking to the camera. But the thing I'm excited about is you're gonna see me, you know, build relationships with people. You know, I've built relationships with a lot of successful people, bro. Rich people, fucking multimillionaires, people who have done just the most incredible things in their life. You can go ahead. And I used to teach people how to build relationships with people. And you're about to see firsthand. I just arrived here, by the way, so you'll see. Like, I'm in motherfucking San Bernardino, so there's a lot. This nigga got snot coming down his motherfucking face. Like, San Bernardino is probably like the first place that's like maybe in the United States that is experiencing little dribs and drabs of the apocalypse already. It's like, motherfuckers is zombified out here. It's crazy, man. I went out here a couple months ago, and I was making a left onto the street, and while I was making a left, there was a fucking like homeless zombie nigga dragging his feet down the street. I'm like, dude, like, what the fuck? I went to a gas station too, right afterwards. Nigga, they had this motherfucking what do they have? Like a speaker blasting advertisements, right? So I'm like, oh man, I am very sensitive to energy. I am very sensitive to the messages that enter my brain. I'm very intentional. I do my best to not put things in my head that are that can influence me. I'm a human. I'm constantly being influenced. You know, if you think about it, like, my mouth has a lid, my eyes have a lid, but my ears, they don't. They're just open to the world. They're present. So instead of, I can't just like go around just like closing my ears. I can, I suppose, but is that practical? Is that how I want to live? Not really. So instead, I want to do my best to just avoid all that fucking noise altogether. Now, blasting motherfucking gas station, like, you gonna listen to these ads, nigga. So we got this fucking thing that's blasting, and then there's like this guy who walks up to me. It's like a white dude with just looks kind of dirty, bro. And he starts asking me something, and I get nervous. I couldn't hear him because the fucking ad was blasting all loud, and I got nervous. I'm like, is this nigga like confronting me? And I got scared. I took a step back, and he was so gentle. He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was just asking you if you had a couple bucks or some shit." And I'm like, "No, I'm sorry, man." And I left that motherfucking gas station, and I said, I fucking hate San Bernardino. I never want to come out here ever again. So, how do I feel right now? I feel nervous, dude. Even though I'm an extrovert and I'm really good at building relationships with people, let me tell you something. I don't like the initial, like, hello, and like getting to know someone and all that kind of stuff. I don't like initiating conversation. That's not the most fun thing for me. But you know what, man? Here's how I'm going into this chapter of my life. It's obvious that it's not about thinking right now. It's about doing. It's about just taking action and just being in the moment and being just super present. Excuse me. And just seeing what unravels from there, and just being honest, being who it is that I am. And look, I don't know anybody who's here. So yeah, there's that sense of nervousness, but I got my book, I got my camera, and I got me. So we're gonna have a fucking great time. If anything, this is just gonna be an adventure, man. Like, the truth is, you're just one relationship away from your life changing forever, and you just never know who you're gonna meet. You never know what's gonna lead to what. Like, just as I mentioned, I smoked weed with my yoga instructor like fucking less than a week ago. Now I'm at this event. I'm going to this vegan event, and we'll see. Somebody might give me some information about something else, or I might make a friend. I don't know, dude. For me, I'm just keeping my fucking expectations low, and I'm just like staying as present as I possibly can. And we'll just let fucking things unravel as they may. And let's have a good time. You just never know, man. You just never know. And let me tell you something. The fucking world wants you to be afraid of other people, dude. They fucking do that fucking hoax of a, you know that blip in time where other people were the enemy. We're still in that time in a sense, but it's about uniting, man. We gotta fucking unite. We gotta come together. Fucking love each other, dude. Or at least like have empathy. We don't have to fucking agree on everything, but I can at least be like, yo, I can see where you're coming from, or maybe I can't see where you're coming from, and it's just obvious that you and I just aren't a fit for each other, and we can just move on from there. You know what I'm saying? We don't necessarily need to make enemies out of each other, and it's a waste of energy, dude. So let's go meet some fucking friendly people who don't eat any sort of animal products, and I don't know, just one step at a time. There's no need to rush. It's like learning to fly or falling in love. That's what I always say. Excuse me. I fucking love your outfit. You look incredible. Your hair, that's dope. Styling, I love it. All right, yeah, she was styling, bro. You can see she's over there. All right, look at that. Oh my God, look at that dog. This is such a beautiful. Is it friendly? Yeah. What's up? What's up, pup? Wow. That thing belongs like in a movie. What's it's boy? What's his name?
Boy,
Loki.
yeah.
What's his personality like?
He's just lazy.
Really?
He's lazy, like, kind of like, he loves people. He doesn't really socialize with a lot of dogs, but
Okay.
he loves people.
Wow, that's beautiful. Awesome. Well, hey, pleasure talking to you. Hey. All right. All right. So let's take a look here. This is what we got. We got Shane's tamales. I think this is. Look at that dog. Such a beautiful dog. We got tamales over here. I have a friend who was telling me about these tamales. We got some pizza. What's good, brother? How you living? All right, we got Kensho Vegan. Looks like there's some like vegan sushi over here. Fried bread, hot. Okay, Kensho. Let's see what we got. Shrey Vegan. The hookup, pineapple, walnut, shrimp. Okay, was this like Chinese vegan food right here?
Yeah. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Are you okay with being on YouTube?
It's fine.
All right, for sure. What we got here, my brother?
Well, I just started helping out today. So,
Okay, all right, for sure.
Probably not the best to put me on.
With me, that's with the best.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, okay, for sure.
So,
The hookup is really good. I haven't seen a lot of people getting the pork sausage.
Okay.
And you can add like a garlic rice instead of just like regular jasmine rice. Everything's really good though. She's not out here too often.
Okay.
So I would just pick whatever and like I'm
Okay.
sure it would be really good.
Oh, for sure. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So you started volunteering today? We're
Well,
helping out?
yeah, she needed an extra hand. I'm over here.
Okay, I got you. Oh, so these are the same.
No, it's separate.
Okay. Oh, but she owns both of them, or?
No, it's separate.
Okay.
And she needed an extra hand.
I hear
Yeah,
you.
She needed an extra hand.
I hear you. Okay. All right. That's dope. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So we got some vegan desserts over here then. That's cool. Hello. Are you guys okay with being on YouTube?
Yeah,
You're like, no. There we go. Fix it up a little bit. What we got here? It's like a vegan churro on top right there.
yeah, so churro, we did have carrot, but we are currently sold out of those.
Okay.
We have a funfetti, a carrot top, so that's Oreo.
Wow, look at
And
that.
we ran out of our Hostess. That's one of our top sellers, so those are gone.
Okay.
And then underneath, we have a gluten-free strawberry lemonade.
Look at that.
and
That looks
next to
fucking
it, a
incredible.
chick, which is coconuts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. I had a friend. So I'm personally not vegan myself, but I have a friend who I traveled the world with for a year, who was vegan, and I fucking love vegan food so much. But she used to eat these like carrot cakes all the time when we go to these restaurants. These vegan carrot cakes, and they were the best. Yeah. They were the bomb.
Yeah, there's like a lot of like good vegan food out there too, especially once you start traveling. Like it's very interesting like to see like the different like food and the twists in like different cities and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Is this yours place?
yeah.
Oh, awesome. I'm
Yeah.
curious. Well, I know you have some.
Just, like this thing, I don't throw the whole event, but like.
But in terms of like this vegan establishment.
Yeah, this is like my little business. Yeah,
That's
so I
super
do
cool.
like cupcakes, cakes, cake pops, sugar cookies, like just custom cakes.
What got you started with this?
So it's funny because I actually was never into baking. Like baking was like something that I really never did. And I just started baking little by little. And I would just give it to like my friends, families, coworkers, and they're like, you should start selling this. And I'm like, what?
Really?
So then eventually the idea started rolling. I'm like, maybe I can. So initially we started with merch.
Okay.
Because at the pop-up that I wanted to do, like they already had a lot of like food vendors and dessert vendors. So I'm like, I'll take it. Like so I could get my foot in the door to kind of like get a feel of the pop-ups. And then the next one, they're like, we're open for sweets if you want to do it. And then from there, it just kind of like took
Wow.
off.
Really? So how long have you been doing this for?
I've been doing it for, I want to say like 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I see you got some people. I don't want to keep you away from.
That's okay.
That's incredible. What was your name?
Brenda.
Brenda?
Yes.
Greg.
Right.
Pleasure to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you too.
Yeah, awesome. All right. There's a lot of beautiful dogs here. Look at this beautiful. What's this dog's name? It's so pretty.
Cosmo.
Cosmo. Hey Cosmo. What's up, pup? Oh, I've never seen a dog like this before.
Oh yeah, he's a
like a Tibetan Spaniel, and
Wow.
I got him recently.
Wow. How long have you had him for?
Just about 2 months.
Really?
Yeah, I just thought I wouldn't. Yeah.
Wow. That's so dope. That is so dope.
I think mine's weak.
What was your name, by the way?
Julia.
Greg.
Nice to meet
Pleasure
you.
to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. What was your name?
Emily.
Emily? Greg. Pleasure. Awesome. Alright, let's see what we got her. I think I want to try, okay, I think this is the donut place that my friend was telling me about. I hear this is the donut spot. I hear it's like they have like fucking amazing donuts here. I have a good friend who comes here every now and then. Her name is Kira. She's like a yoga instructor. She told me about this on Wednesday. You have like a hair, right? There you go. And she's like, these are the most amazing donuts. Are you okay with being on YouTube, by the way? Okay. All right. Hello, hello. I'm curious, how did you get started with this?
It was a COVID accident.
Okay, well, that's such a beautiful accident then.
Yeah.
So I hear that they're vegan and they're also sugar-free,
Well,
right? And
we have some that are sugar-free. These are the ones that started on. These are gluten-free because they're made with almond
Okay.
flour. Yeah. And so it started off because I was helping a friend of mine test recipes for her diabetic cookbook.
Wow.
And then people were just like, oh, are you making more? Are you making it? Because I would give them out to my neighbors.
Uh-huh.
And then people would just do like porch pickups, and I was just giving them away. And then people just eventually wanted to buy them, and then it just happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, it was cool.
Dang, that's crazy. So was it like, I'm sure it was like a long learning process.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was at home with my kids who didn't have to go, but this was the very beginning where, like, they thought it was gonna be 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, well, I have nothing to do. We're not going anywhere. So I just started testing different recipes, and I don't like that flour, and I don't like this, and I don't like
Wow.
that, and like different sweeteners. You know, I didn't like stevia or stuff, so I just started testing, and then finally I was like, this is the one.
Wow. I hear you used some kind of, what's it called, monk?
Yeah, we use monk fruit. It's from a plant. It's like
Okay.
300 times sweeter than sugar, but it doesn't raise your sugar levels.
Really?
Yeah, so it's 0 calories and diabetic friendly.
Wow. Okay, so if I'm gonna have a donut, what would you?
I would do either the creme brulee or the guava.
All right, look at that. Wow. Okay, then what we got? We
The
got
lemon lavender one is really good. It's our
Okay.
last one too.
Okay.
And they're all good.
Let me grab a lemon lavender. Let me grab that. I'll have that one for to go. Yeah, I have a friend who told me about this.
Oh,
And
really?
she's a big fan. She only comes here to get the tamales and the donut. So I was like, I didn't even know this existed. We were smoking weed in her backyard on Wednesday, and I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna be there.
You're like, I'm there.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it'd be cash.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Yeah, no problem. By the way, I'm Greg. I'm a comedian, author, and YouTuber. I wrote this book here. This is published through
I
Barnes.
can't say that.
Yeah, published through Barnes and Noble.
Oh,
So
fun.
yeah, you just look up Greg Santos on
Okay.
YouTube, and then
I will.
I'll probably post this tonight.
Nice.
All right, thank you. What was your name?
Erica.
Erica. Pleasure. Thank you. I'm excited to have this donut.
Enjoy your Sunday.
Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, that's how we do it. Hello. How you doing? I'm doing great. Thank you. Where's your accent from? Kenya, really? So how long have you been living?
A while now.
Really? 20 years. Wow. How did you get to America? Are you okay with being on YouTube, by the way? Or would you prefer me just film myself? Okay, we'll just keep it to myself.
Actually, looking at me for validation. I'm like,
Yeah, YouTuber, comedian, author.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your channel?
It's called Greg Santos. This is my book, by the way. This is published through Barnes and Noble. Yeah. This is
Barnes and Noble.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So you came out here from Kenya 20 years ago.
Yeah, 2003.
How did you make that happen?
So the U.S. government has what is called a green card lottery system.
Really?
So in different countries you apply, and they select certain people. So our mom just applied on a whim, and we were selected. And the
No
whole family-
way.
yeah, we thought it was fake.
We thought it was fake. My dad was like, that's a fake thing, but it ended up being real.
My mom was like, fake or stay here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah. So the U.S. does that with multiple countries. They have certain partnerships with different countries, and there's a certain selection. Like you have to have certain grades and stuff to apply. So my mom applied, and she put her husband, my dad, and us, her children. We all were able to come all together Yeah.
No way. What a blessing.
Oh, yeah.
We talk about lottery, like legitimately.
Yeah.
I have a friend who lives in Nigeria, and it's like he can't go to any other countries, basically. You know, he's so limited.
Yeah, oh yeah. So Nigeria has become limited. There's a lot of Nigerian immigrants have come. I think US has stopped doing the lottery system with them.
Really?
So once
So-
there's a lot of people from a certain demographic or country, they'll close it out.
Yeah.
Really?
So Kenya, I guess we're not too many, so they're still opening it up for us.
Wow, what a
Eventually.
blessing.
Oh, yeah.
What do you love the most about living out here?
I think it's the opportunities for sure. Like I actually just went to visit Kenya last month
Really?
with my children, and so just seeing like people are educated there, but the jobs are not there.
Oh.
Whereas here, like certain careers or degrees can at least afford you a certain job or something.
Yeah, for
To
sure.
me, like the diversity as a vegan, this,
Wow.
like I'm grateful. I love food.
Yeah.
I bet.
We're
So,
foodies for sure.
how long have you been vegan for?
Started out
10 years for me.
7.
So, what made you get started in becoming a vegan?
For me, it was like I took a nutrition class, and then also in high school I took another course and just learning about the food industry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When I saw some of those videos, I was like, oh my god.
Intense, right?
Yeah, it was intense.
Yeah.
And then you
It'll
gotta go to
do
lunch
it.
after.
Then you
No, I'm not alive.
yeah. So yeah, it was that. It was a transition. Like for me, it was first I was pescatarian, then vegetarian, then vegan. So it was just like a two process.
Okay.
But I'm open to. I'm not like like eat meat. I'm not one of those like diehards that were. Yeah.
You just let people live
Yeah,
how they live, and you do what you do. You
Yeah.
make your own choices. That's it. So how you two know each other?
We're sisters.
Sisters.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So wow, that's incredible.
That made a difference to see the change in her. And like we have a lot of diabetes and other health conditions in our family. So once I saw the change in her, I was like, let me try it. And her food convinced me. I was like, I can let go one by one, and eventually I was like, I'm sold.
Yeah. So what was the biggest difference you saw in your sister?
Just we were runners at the time, so we saw track and field, Kenya. So
Oh yeah.
I saw the difference in her time. I saw the difference in attitude,
Really?
alignment. I was like, this is a whole new different person. So I was like,
Really? Wow. So how did it transform your life?
for me, same thing, energy-wise, I was always tired. I was anemic as well.
Wow.
So doctors were like, that's not the best move, but I saw, okay, green juice, spinach, it changed.
Yeah.
When I would go for labs, I'm like, wow, this made a big difference. They're like, okay,
Whatever you're doing is working.
we can't hate on it. It's working for
Yeah.
her.
So are you still anemic?
So no, actually, the vegan diet really helped me.
Wow.
It helped me become more intentional, right?
That's it right there.
Because I think as a meat eater, I was just like, whatever's in the house, I'll do. Now I'm like, you need to be conscious about what you're eating and what you need.
Wow. Have you brought that into other areas of your life as well? So you're vegan, right? You're very intentional.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that intentionality leaks into other areas. Where have you feel like your life has changed outside of like the energy and all that kind of stuff? Like where?
For me, we're religious, so we're Christians, and I saw that even like in my spiritual life.
Wow.
The desire to study, the desire to read more and grow was there, right? So I'm grateful for that. It made me be able to have the mind to do things. Also the commitment, right? Many times I felt like I would give up quickly. Now I see that it's like, okay, you can endure, you can fast,
Wow.
you can do things that
That's powerful.
you might not see it now, but in the end it's better. Spiritually, but also with
I love you guys. You guys are so
Thank
awesome.
you for doing your YouTube. I was like, the energy's there. Right up the sun.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like, whoa.
literally radiating.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, we're just all like mellow. Like, it's good.
I appreciate you. Yeah, I
I
turn
see
around
you too.
and then I'm like, let's see people who are like, yeah. You guys are so are you guys live out here in San Bernardino or?
We live in Beaumont.
Beaumont, okay.
That's how serious we are about food. I'm like,
Wow.
drive.
What other vegan things do you know? Because I just found out about this on Wednesday.
I didn't even ask, have you been vegan for a while?
So I personally am not vegan. However, I had a really good friend that I traveled with for a year who was vegan, and I ate mostly vegan food with her.
Yeah.
And I love it. The thing is, I'm back at home, and
Yeah. Oh yeah. Even me at home, it was.
you know how it
gotta
is. But I love vegan food tremendously, and I also just love the vegan culture. People are just so friendly, and just what you mentioned in terms of intentionality. That's everything, right? Just consciousness about how are we moving.
That's true. And what do we want this generation?
Passing on to the next generation.
Yeah.
100%. So what other, do you know any other vegan, like,
I know
events?
LA does something like this,
LA has like a big. When is it? Was it this week on Sunday?
but they're shutting down soon. Sadly.
Really?
Yeah,
The
they're gonna
owner has
But it was
cancer.
a big thing in LA. It's like a lot of vendors.
Yeah. So this is like
I'm more local.
more local. But yeah, I wish we had more. It's
Ah.
nice to see. Like every time I look around, I'm like, wow, different ethnicity, age groups.
Yeah.
Like it's beautiful to see.
Yeah,
But
100%.
sometimes when it's you, you're like, man, I'm the only one. When you come to San Bernardino, it's like, wow, it's everybody.
Yeah, right.
It's good to see.
That's so true. Cause so my friend that I travel with, she's from London, so they have all kinds of vegan food in
I
London.
really want to go to London. I've heard,
I want to go.
Yeah,
I've heard
and-
that's the top. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. You don't have to worry about it at all. Everywhere you go, pretty much vegan options, like very, very, very vegan friendly.
Yeah.
So when she came out here to the Inland Empire, I was driving like 20, 30 minutes to get her food. like,
Like, what do you crave?
That
was
was vegan.
us.
You're like open to like driving 30 minutes just to get nice. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
our family are not vegan, so they're
Uh-huh.
like, y'all gonna drive an hour? I'm like, whatever it
We're
takes.
like, yeah, we'll make it a day trip. We'll go to the beach and
Oh,
we'll get food.
I
Yes.
love that so much.
So yeah, we apologize to her. It's getting there. 10 years ago it was rough.
Oh, I
Oh, yeah.
bet.
Now the scene, like the cheese, the option for protein is
It's everywhere. Any local thing.
Yeah. There's a
Wow.
time when all I could get at the restaurants was like French fries or salad.
Then we got
Really?
salad. I'm like,
we got salad.
I didn't come out of here.
as a black person, I'm like, nah.
right. We
The
got
dressing gotta be good.
right. So have you lived in Beaumont this whole time? Or?
No, so actually we're from
Sacramento.
Sacramento.
And then I moved here after I got married. My husband is from this area.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm mostly in NorCal.
And how long have you guys been out here for?
Almost 5 years.
Really?
Yeah. But for the last 15 it was mainly Sacramento.
Wow. I'm sure you missed it, huh? Do you
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like roots there, you know?
Yeah, I have my parents there, brother, sister-in-law. But it's similar. Like one up by the beach also over there. So
Okay.
it's similar to the Inland Empire, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, well, you kind of have to drive to do fun things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just mostly just you and your husband
Yeah,
and
my sister. Yeah, and then we have like church family and friends here.
Okay.
So
Oh, so that's good. You have a
Yeah, we
community.
have a community for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's just helped us a lot.
Oh, I bet. And then you guys just have the energy to bring people around you. For sure. I'm sure you like people at your church love you, and I'm sure you guys are also involved.
We host a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys are. I knew you were.
Last night, I'm really
Last
tired.
night, actually,
A bachelor
Wow.
bachelor
party.
party.
I'm like, I'm
cooked
tired.
everything, so we're tired.
Oh,
So we're
wow.
like, we need to just eat out and relax.
Wow. So what do you have here?
This is a guava cheesecake donut.
Wow. I got me a donut from here, like
Okay, nice.
the
Which one did you
lavender.
get?
I got the lavender lemon
See,
or
that one
something.
looked good.
I have no clue.
Okay.
So yeah, my friend, I was smoking weed with her on Wednesday at her, like at her mom's house, whatever. And she's like, I go to this vegan thing every other Sunday. I'm like,
What?
yeah, I'm like, what? Like I will
Yeah, we
be
actually
there.
found out about this place just a few months ago.
Yeah.
We never knew it this whole time.
Instagram really helps.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
they have some vendors in there.
There's some more
Inside?
vendors
Yeah, but not food. It's more like arts and crafts.
oils.
Really? Wait, inside where where that lady's at?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to go check that out. I'm
Gummies, like,
I'm Greg, by the way.
Helen.
Yes, thank you so much. It's such a pleasure. Thank you guys. All right, take care, little mess. All right, thank you. Wow. See, that's how you do it. That's how it's done. So let's check out what else do we have. And let's see. They got some arts and crafts. Like art is my jam. Oh wow, look at that. Hello.
Hi,
Are you okay with being on YouTube?
I know.
No? All right, no problem. Is it okay if I film what we got here?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, perfect. Look at that. Can you tell me about this? What do we got here?
So what we have for fresh mushroom snail, these are our black pearl oyster, and this is our lion's mane.
Wow.
Lion's mane, really great for your brain health, improves anxiety and depression, improves memory, good for clarity and focus. It's like a natural ADHD medication.
Really? I've heard a lot of good things about lion's mane. A lot of good things. Isn't it like a psychedelic for lion's mane, or is that?
No
that's
psychedelics here.
Okay, But that's super awesome. I hear good things, and it's like looks like all furry and stuff.
Yes, thank you.
So do you grow these yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
So myself and my partner, we grow everything that we have on the team.
Like, how did you get started with this?
He actually got started a little over 2.5 years ago. His uncle recommended to him that mushrooms looks like it's starting to take off, and they actually were interested in it because they had some family members who had had cancer and still kicking and everything. Meet their expected,
Really? Wow.
length of living by taking, reishi and turkey tail and things like that.
That's incredible. That is so powerful. That's literally life-changing. All right, appears like my thing was tripping, so here we are. Hello. How you doing? I am very grateful. This is awesome. What do we have here?
So these are all our stuff that are handmade and woman-made.
Okay.
For a lot of our stuff, we collaborate with Turkish artists.
Turkish artists.
Yeah, and then we bring them over here, and then we, share them with the other people. And we also have our scarves that are also handmade.
Okay.
And then we also have our bracelets over here. This is over here too.
Wow, look at this. Are you okay with being on YouTube, by the way?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
What was your name?
Saren.
Sarah?
Saren and Sue. And
What's up? How you
we're both
doing?
Turkish, so yeah, we bring our culture over here to share with everybody.
Oh, that is incredible.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Yeah,
I
take
love
a look.
I
Let me know if
love
you have
that.
any questions or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, this is awesome.
Thank you.
Are you American born?
We were both American born, but we moved back to Turkey and lived in Turkey for about 10 years, and then
Really?
we moved back here. I started college. I moved back here 6 years ago. My sister just moved back here a year ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so I wanted to share my own culture because I feel like when I was younger and I lived here, I had a really difficult time expressing my culture
yeah, I bet.
and kind of accepting it. So that's why now I was like, okay, as I'm older, I want to explore what my culture is and kind of share with people here
Wow.
and make it more common and acceptable. So yeah.
That is so beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, thank you so much.
What is it that you really miss about Turkey that you wish that you experienced out here?
I guess I would say the food. The
Okay.
food is what I really, really miss. And the art. The art is really, really big in Turkey, especially when it comes
Really?
to our historical buildings and everything. We have all of them preserved. So I really miss seeing that and
Wow.
just visiting it like it's a normal day that we always go visit all the artwork and stuff like that. So that's why I like all the Evil Eye stuff and everything and wanted to bring it here and share that with people.
What is that? What is that? Evil Eye? What's that?
So the Evil Eye is basically it's our traditional symbol, and it protects people from negative energy, bad energy, and it kind of says I'm reflecting back that negative energy back to you.
Okay.
So that's kind of our Evil Eye symbol.
Wow,
here.
it's so
Yeah.
interesting.
And then,
Oh, this is awesome.
yeah, these are all our handmade, hand crocheted.
Okay.
Choker necklaces, and these are made by an artist. Again, all Turkish,
That's dope.
all woman made.
How much are these?
These are 25.
25?
And then these are 35 over here, our pendants.
Look at that.
And they're all one of a kind. Even us, we don't have another one that looks exactly the same or exactly alike.
Wow, this is incredible. Do you mind if I put my donut here real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Take a look.
Wow, look at that. This is dope.
Thank you.
You said how much is this right here?
Those are 35 and these are 25.
These are 25 and these are 35? Wow. This is, I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, very detailed.
Is it okay if I see what it looks like when I wear it?
Yeah, sure. If you want to try it on, go ahead.
Could you help me out here?
Yeah, sure. And then there's a mirror on that side too.
Okay.
Sorry, I've got nails. So
Oh
it's
no,
always
it's
hard
all,
to open them.
it is all good. Wow, we got bookmarks. That is-
And they are all unisex too, so
Okay,
it
perfect.
doesn't have to be for male or female.
Would you be able to just film
Yeah,
me?
sure.
Thank you.
Honestly, it matches the fit too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, I was like, yo, this is dope. Let's see. I love how unique it is.
Yeah, it's definitely, like I said, one of a kind. Even me, if you ask, oh, do you have another black one like that? I can't show it to you.
Okay. Look at that. That's gangster, man. That is so dope. I love it. I'll take it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. This is cool. I appreciate you sharing your art.
Of course.
And you said this is a 35.
35, yes.
All right.
And it's got the evil eye, so you protect it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay. Let me give you your change
Ah,
back.
perfect. Thank you.
Free pin.
Oh really?
So our pin, again, it's another tradition of ours, but we use our pins on any outfits or purses or anything to keep you like for daily good luck, basically.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wow. Is there a way to take care of this necklace, or just?
No, just I wouldn't advise to like wear it in the shower and stuff.
Okay, right.
Yeah, I would take it off before that.
Yeah,
but if that's kind of the only thing that I would say, like take care of it.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't wear it in the shower. But
All
other
right.
than that, nothing to really take
Solid.
care of. Yeah.
This is incredible.
Thank you. And then we have our card here too if you want to give us
Okay.
a follow. Our
Perfect.
Instagram is there too.
All right, excellent. All right, cool. I'll give you guys a shout out. I'm a comedian, YouTuber, author, and I just love to just meet people. This is my jam right here. You know.
I love that. Thank you for coming and meeting us. It was really nice getting to know you, and yeah, we really appreciate it.
Likewise. I'll give you a shout out and I'll tag you on Instagram and everything.
Yeah, definitely. Celebrating our culture too.
All right, appreciate you. Thank you.
Of course.
All right, let's see. Oh, this is awesome. Look at this. Hello, I'm doing well. How you doing? Are you okay with being on YouTube, by the way? Sure. All right, let's see. Look at this. So who's the artist here?
This one was me. This one was her.
Wow. I love this guy right here too. I see there's a theme here with like ghosts and so yeah, just like you've always like been fascinated with ghosts or just kind of comes.
Aesthetic, I guess.
Okay, that's so awesome. That's dope. Look at that. Pleasure meeting you. All right. I always feel weird. Like I don't know. Hello. I love your outfit. That's such a great. Purple is my favorite color. Really. My yoga mat is purple.
Mine too.
Really? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So you.
I'm face painting.
Okay.
I painted the little girl.
Oh wow. And so are you two together or are you guys sisters? Wow. So you paint as well? This is
Yeah, I've been painting for years.
whoa. Are you okay with being on YouTube by the way? You okay? All right, look at this. We got some nice art here. Hello. What was your name? Zephyra? Okay, excellent. I love your hair. This is your sisters?
Yeah.
Wow, and the color purple, I love it. I can dig it. This is awesome right here. I love art so much. I love this right. Who painted this right here? So tell me, what was like the inspiration behind this?
Out of my sketchbook, I think I just drew. I wanted to incorporate like a body into a tree.
Okay.
So I sketched out the tree and I made it into like a female's body. And then I love drawing like eyes on the tree because I feel like sometimes you can see that in certain trees. You can see like the shape of an eye. So I was like, let me put some eyes in there, different colors. And yeah.
Wow. One time I was tripping on mushrooms in nature, and there was these trees across the way, and it felt like thousands of eyeballs were looking at me. It was a trip. I was like, I need to stop looking over there. But this is cool. So do you? Whoa. This is dope.
Yeah, that's my Instagram name down there.
How long did it take you to make this right here?
Oh, honestly, not long at all.
Really?
Yeah, not long. It's pretty quick. But I just like put on the moss and then I painted on the inside of my logo.
Wow. I love this so much. And I love this. I have a friend who painted a painting that accidentally became like a vagina painting. But I love this. This reminds me of that.
Yeah, that was like the whole idea of it.
Yeah, it's like so yeah, beautiful. And this is I love this so much. I love seeing art being brought to real life. I'm a comedian, author, YouTuber, and I just published a book through Barnes & Noble. Yeah, it's the crazy. Yeah. It's just Greg Sans Host. Yeah, I'll follow you back as well. But yeah, this is my.
I love comedy.
Huh?
I love comedy.
Yeah, oh for sure. My whole act is about my book.
Oh,
because I wrote this book by accident. Like I was tripping on mushrooms again, and I wrote this while I was on mushrooms. And now I'm like, shit, I'm an author, surprisingly, out of nowhere. So I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how to navigate this space, this world, because it's such a polarizing book as well. And I'm like, I'm like the one who's the author of it. Like, you know how many real niggas have come before me? So it's interesting. I'm trying to.
That's really cool. Congrats already.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. For my niggas who want to scan this.
Yeah, send me money.
Yes, exactly. We gotta reward our creatives, you know. Look at that. That is so awesome. I love. Oh, let's see. My camera's been
Is
tripping.
inspired by the song by Jimi Hendrix.
Really?
Little Wing.
I'm about to go broke being here, bro. There's so much like arts and crafts here. Trap gummies. It's trap gummies. Is that like? It's interesting. Yeah, I think I might end up heading out of here. Thank you so much. Take care. Much love. All right, take care. All right. It was like copyright music playing in there, so I had to get out. Didn't make sense for me to do too much more connecting in there. But let's see, what else can I do? Got my donut. Look at the tamale. I'm all right. I already spent too much money here, but this is cool. I like this thing. This is a fucking dope ass Turkish something. I don't know. So I'm feeling good, man. That was fun for me. You know, like I have like these like social sprints where I'm good socializing for a little bit. And then I start to get nervous and I get in my head and then I start to think that everybody's judging me and then I think everybody hates me and then I feel like now I have to keep up my energy in order for people to continue to love me and then it's downhill from there. So I like to just kind of get out of Dodge before that happens. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, hope that was valuable for you. I know that, you know, we couldn't really hear people's voices and I did have a microphone to be able to like put in front of people so you can hear the audio. However, you know, I'm still getting used to this, right? I'm not used to necessarily bringing people into the adventure. So I appreciate you. Yeah, it's completely new bringing other people into the adventure of the camera. So, you know, I'm kind of learning the ropes still and, you know, figuring it out. But for the most part, you can see how when I talk to people, I like to just be really friendly, man. And I also get in my head because I have such like fucking powerful energy that like when other people are usually like a lot more chill and relaxed, and I get in my head because I'm like, am I being too much? But the two women that I met from Kenya, which was really awesome, they, you know, they were like, when I saw them, they were already looking at me and they had a smile on their face already seeing me. So like they were easy to talk to. And let's see. But yeah, like that's one thing. Like I noticed that there's not a lot of people who match my energy, and I get self-conscious about that. Whoops, didn't mean to lock my car. But yeah, you know, you tell a few people about the Real Nigga Bible. I met that girl. You know, we were connecting on Instagram, and is this a waste of a trip? Not really. I learned something about some culture. Nigga, look at this. Look at that. Got this motherfucking necklace, nigga. This is dope. This is dope as fuck. So now, I'm trying to figure out what to do with myself and what to do with my day. Like, should I go back over there? Should I connect with more people? Should I meet more people? Because I'm just gonna go home and what's at home? So I'm trying to think, like, where is the adventure at? The adventure is here where I'm at, but like, Do I keep talking to people? I'm like the shyest extrovert, you know, like here's the thing. I love people, but I'm afraid of getting hurt. That's what it is. I've been hurt a lot in my life from different relationships, whether just life brings us apart or we separate for conscious reasons, or not even conscious reasons, you know, liking someone who doesn't like me back, or building a great relationship with somebody who ends up moving somewhere else. Even just like, you know, I got trauma from my parents and all that kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I have a good friend of mine who, let me see, how far? Because like growing up, I always just felt like there was something wrong with me. You know, I remember I was at Tony Robbins' Day with Destiny, and Tony says that we have a primary question that we ask ourselves every day, unconsciously, like nonstop, all the time. It's a question. He spent like several hours on this, like leading us to our primary question. It's not necessarily obvious. You have to really do some fucking digging to like figure it out. But long story short, I remember the next day after he had us go through the primary question exercise, I remember he had said, he had some people on stage and they were all going through their fucking like primary question, like what their primary question was. And I'll never forget, there was a guy who went up there and he said his primary question was, what the fuck is wrong with me? And that was that's when I realized that was also my primary question that I ask myself all the time, you know, subconsciously, like, what's wrong with me? I just always felt like there was something wrong with me, and I still feel like that. I feel fucking crazy. I feel insane. But you know, being the accidental author of this book, The Real Nigga Bible, it's like it also like helps me make sense of a lot of things because I am a comedian, and like it put me on a path that I really like would prefer to be on. But nonetheless, dude, like, I'm still, like, I'm just realizing, like, dude, like, of course, it makes sense why I've never fit in. You know, this I fit in with the basketball guys I played basketball with in high school and with my, like, entrepreneur friends as well. You know, like, we were able to connect on a lot of things. But I wasn't meant to fucking stand out, bro. I mean, what? I was never meant to fit in. Let me go. Should I go for a walk? Nigga, I'm in San Bernardino, though, bro. And the county courthouse is right there. I don't think I should be walking around these streets with this camera. I was gonna go for a walk. I don't think this is the area to go for a walk in. Let's see, today's Sunday. I think I know where I can go for a walk. Let's go for a little walk and talk. We'll go down to a local university. You know, let's walk around campus. It's Sunday. I don't think I'll really see people unless, like, you know, for whatever reason. But yeah, I'll go explore that area. So yeah, man, really, I'm just trying to figure out my way. You know, I'm just trying to find my way, and let's see, what's a good landmark over there? I don't know of any landmarks. I guess I'll just go, because I'm like, let me go to this college, but they asked me a bunch of, like, where at? And I'm like, I don't fucking know which part of the college. We'll just go into the general direction, and then I'll figure it out as I go. So yeah, I realized that I was meant to stand out, but you know, there's a difference between consciously understanding that and emotionally understanding that. So I'm doing my best to, like, just emotionally understand it, and I'm doing my best to, like, not ping off of other people for, like, certainty, you know? As I mentioned, like, I'm talking to these people and I'm like my energy is like our energies don't necessarily, like, match, even though they're calm. I don't know, man. I get in my head a lot. I tend to judge myself a lot. And I am constantly figuring out, I don't say figuring out, I'm constantly having to give myself compassion. I'm constantly having to forgive myself. I'm constantly having to give empathy to myself. I'm constantly having to nurture myself, because my natural state of being is to judge myself. I want to judge myself, or I don't want to judge myself, but like, that's just what happens. I end up fucking judging myself, and I don't want to be mad about the fact that I judge myself. I think it's a very human thing to do, and what I don't want to get into is, I don't want to get into these loops where I feel something, there's something that's happening, and then I have a judgment about it, right? So like, let's say for example, I judge myself. Well, I don't want to necessarily be upset with the fact that I'm judging myself. I don't want to have an emotion about that. I want to just accept the fact that I'm doing it. Say, oh, I am judging myself right now. You know what? That's okay. And let's go ahead and let's kind of shift it a little bit. Let's have some compassion for ourselves. Let's show ourselves some love. Hey, the thing about, you ever hear that quote about the warrior who's like in the fucking arena, right? The person whose face is bloodied and marred and all that kind of stuff. It's a great quote. Brene Brown talks about this quote a lot. It's in her, I think it's in her TED Talk actually. And yeah, that's awesome. And other people, some people on the sideline are like, yeah, dude, like that's incredible and all that kind of stuff. And at the same time, being the warrior, I'm still a human being, right? I don't want you see me doing this kind of stuff in terms of, you know, I'm the real nigga Bible. I'm super great socially, and opportunities just kind of seem to flock to me and come to me and all this kind of stuff, and I'm taking all this action. You see me doing these things, but the thing is, man, like, I'm still human. Like, just because I feel something and I go for it, just because I go for something, that doesn't mean that I don't feel the fear. That doesn't mean that I don't feel self-conscious. That doesn't mean that I don't feel anxious. I experience a lot of anxiety, you know, socially, and I'm just feeling like I still feel this feeling like I'm a child who just wants to be loved and wants to belong. And it's interesting because while my self-esteem has been higher than it has ever been in my life, there's still things that I have not unrooted and healed, and things that are far below my my conscious mind. You know, it's embedded within my subconscious mind. That was funny. I was talking to those two girls from Kenya, and I showed them my book, The Real Nigga Bible. They're like, oh, and then to find out that they're hardcore Christians. But if you think about it, the word Bible is just, it has nothing to do with, oh shit, with just like the Bible, the Holy Bible. The word Bible means authoritative, like the authoritative thing, right? So for example, right, the Holy Bible is the authoritative Bible, like holy, whatever, the authoritative holy book. Oh, holy book. It's a book. I mean, yeah, it's a Bible means authoritative book. There we go. So the Holy Bible is the authoritative book on holiness, I guess, according to the name. And with my book, it's the Real Nigga Bible. It's the authoritative text on how to be a real nigga. I feel that the people who aren't really educated in that, which, by the way, I don't want to make it seem like I am like the educated person. Somebody told that to me. A friend of mine who is hardcore Christian, and I was nervous because I love this person to death. Like, I was so afraid to tell him about the book because I didn't want to offend them and put a chasm between us. And when I told him about the book and we talked about it, he wasn't tripping at all. He's like, yeah, man, like, I asked my friend, what does the word Bible mean? And he just says, I think it just means book. And I looked it up, and it's like authoritative book. And then even the same thing with like a close person in my life who's also like Christian. Actually, 2 other people. And I'm like, I was like so nervous. And they're like, no, like, I think it just means like book, right? Like authoritative book. I'm like, you have no idea how fucking great I feel by the fact that you are accepting that I wrote a book called The Real Nigga Bible and you're a hardcore Christian. It just made me so happy, man. It made me so happy, bro. I'm very grateful for the people who are in my life, and I'm grateful for the opportunities that come up, and I'm just grateful for the fucking journey that I'm on. Like, bro, I became an author to this book by accident, dog. I'm telling you, it was an accident, and now I have to figure out what to do with this. And I just spent $40 that I didn't really have to spend. I have like $100 in my name now. But tomorrow I'm gonna go down to this like plasma center and donate some plasma so I can get some money. But the thing is, like, at the same time, I'm not tripping because my expenses are really low, like really low. So like I just really just need to focus on paying for gas, really. So I'm not tripping, dude. Like, I get to network, I get to meet with people. Yeah, I have like $110 to my name right now. So what, dude? I got comedy tomorrow. There's like 6 open mics. I think there's 6 open mics according to this website that I looked at. For open mics that are near me, seems like there's 6 open mics that are happening this upcoming week, and I'll be at all of them. I'm gonna call. There's one of them that's like there's like 3 on one day. I'm gonna call and make sure that all 3 of them still are doing it. Just to clarify, I'm gonna call all of them. Well, not all of them. Ones that I'm kind of unsure about. And just go to as many as possible. Like, I only really need to pay for gas, and then I'm doing my YouTube thing. I'm just posting my adventures. I'm gonna be posting me meeting with comedians and like what is it like to be in that environment. And I'm just gonna take you along the fucking journey with me, dude. Let's go on this crazy adventure together. Let's meet people. And it's interesting because people aren't necessarily like super excited to be on YouTube, which is fine. Like, I'm not tripping whatsoever. Like, we all have different comfortabilities. I'm still fucking trying to be comfortable with this, camera myself in the context of interacting with people. So, yeah, I feel alright, man. I'm feeling pretty good. And it's just like Sunday, I'm going to the local university. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if I'm gonna meet anybody or if I'm gonna connect with people. This is just kind of like what it's like. By the way, this is kind of how it was like when I was traveling, in a sense where each day was a different adventure. What are we gonna do today? We would pick up and go to a museum. This is where we're working today, or it was just this crazy adventure, and it was like a non-stop journey of like problem solving and figuring things out. And in the moment, stressful, anxiety-inducing, challenging, scary, also like exciting and breathtaking and surprising. But there were many moments where it like shit hits the fan, where you're just like, oh fuck, I need to figure out how to solve this problem right the fuck now. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. I tell the iconic story of Barcelona every now and then. But when I was traveling the world with my friend, we were in Barcelona towards like month number 9 or month number 10 of the travel, and we were both broke as shit. And we were staying at this hostel in Barcelona for a week because they only had availability for a week. And our flight left in 2 weeks though. So that means we had to find another place to stay that was affordable for a week before we got on our flight. And I remember one night we're in our hostel and we go to the common area and we spend maybe an hour and a half on Airbnb, looking for places to stay that's cheap, that's outside of Barcelona, that is within our price range. And we were so broke, man. We couldn't even afford to eat 3 meals a day. We had a whatchamacallit, fast during breakfast. So that's an example where we had to fucking solve it right there on the spot. Like, we're like, bro, we're about to be homeless, and like very soon we have to book something so we're not homeless for this upcoming week. So that shit like that happens as well, where it's like, oh fuck. Like last week I was driving, I decided to go work at the Comedy Store in LA. So I'm like, I'm fucking going as soon as I fucking possibly can. And I did. I was like, I'm not gonna think too much about it. I fucking drove to LA. Fucking took me 2 hours to get to the Comedy Store, and they turned me down within like 90 seconds to 2 minutes. But at the end of that interaction, I was like, I'm not really tripping, bro. I got other people that I can call upon, and like, this book opens up certain doors for me, and I'm just figuring out what doors does this book open. What doors does this book open? So yeah, I'll take you along that journey as well, so you just really get to see what it's like. You know, I loved it, and you know, it's like, it's crazy, it's high stress, but I'll tell you what, like, I love it. Like, I love the risk, I love the thrill, I love the uncertainty, even though in some moments where, like, I feel like, I don't know if you ever watched Breaking Bad, but where I'm about to spoil something if you haven't watched it, specifically from season 4, where I feel like, where was I gonna go with that? I feel like I'm all out of options sometimes. Oh, I'm like stressing that something has to happen, and like I have to figure something out, like Walt trying to figure out how he's gonna kill Gus, and he can't get to Gus, and it's like damn near impossible. So like Walt has to be like extremely fucking intelligent about how he's gonna kill him, and he does. It's like, wow. Dude, like, but sometimes you're in those moments where you're like, dude, the pressure is high, and we gotta make something happen right the fuck now before shit hits the fucking fan. But then when you figure something out like that, you feel good, you feel relieved, and you're just like, wow, that was incredible, and you just feel so good. You're like, all right, like I have an idea in terms of like where I'm going. And it's the fucking coolest thing ever, man. It's a cool journey. It's a specific way to live. You know, it's not necessarily everything is cut and dry. Like we can predict. Dude, I went to visit my old place that I worked at, the restaurant that I worked at. I went there 2 days ago. And today marks a month since I've not worked at that restaurant. Let me tell you something, dude. It was exactly as I left it. There wasn't no like progress or like, nigga, the energy was exactly the same, exactly how I remembered it. And it was like, damn, bro, this place was like frozen in time almost, bro. And it's not almost as if I can go there in 1 month from now and I'll know how it is. I don't need to go. I don't need to visit there anymore, because when I visit there, I just know it's just gonna be the same how it was, like 2 days ago. It's gonna be like that a month from now. It's gonna be like that 2 months from now. It's gonna be like that 3 months from now. So it's like, you know, there's no like mystery and like love and like fuck yes about life in that environment. And I can't predict what the fuck's gonna happen fucking today. I'm not saying that the way that I live is better, although it might seem like it is when I do a comparison like how I just did. But really, I'm just trying to figure out my way in terms of like what feels good for me, what do I like, what do I enjoy, what way feels great for me and congruent for me to live my life. To be in an environment that is exactly the same, it's kind of stagnant, and it's like really predictable every day, I think it's good to have that. I think it's good to have some structure to life. I think it's good to have some certainty, and it's good to have some predictability. I think we need it as human beings. And I think there's also a lot of value to uncertainty and adventure and just like, what the fuck's gonna happen? Like today. Last time I went to this university, it's been fucking years since I've been to this university. But we're gonna walk. We're gonna walk and talk and fucking, I don't know, figure it out. Part of me is like, my social meter is like running on E, it feels like, and I'm like, I want to go home. I want to go enjoy my home now. I'll stop by here for a little bit. We'll see. I might talk to some people, and I'll be here for just a little bit, and then I'll bounce. All right. Well, it's Sunday, so I don't see anybody out and about. There's no like commotion or anything happening, and yeah, so I'm just gonna go home, and then I'm going to upload this video, and I'm gonna go through my stand-up. San Bernardino, Los Angeles. All right. And watch some Better Call Saul. Clean up my room too. I need to clean up my room. So this was cool, productive. I got this cool thing. I got the vegan donuts. Shouted out to some people, and just little things like that. And also, this is part of the journey too, where it's like, this is a big part of the journey. Let me tell you something. All right, this is actually really important. I just went there, right? I talked to a bunch of people. I exchanged Instagrams with one person. I spent $40. I bought this necklace, and I bought a donut, and I spent money on gas to get there. Now, did I make money today? Where is this gonna lead? It seems like it led to nothing. That's what the journey feels like. Let me tell you that. It feels like there's a lot of like action that leads to like quote unquote nothing. I'd say, all right, well, what now from that? Then that is what has been happening when I give the book to people or whatever it is. Like, some people get excited, but then it's like, all right, I spent money to print that book. Where does it lead? Seemingly, at least seems like it leads to nothing. But here's what I know to be true. I'm one relationship away from my life changing forever. Just one relationship away. I just need one person. This book needs to get, I don't say needs to, but I think eventually this book will get in the hands of the right person. It has to. Eventually it is. I'm gonna talk to the right person at the right time, at the right event, who's looking to do something specifically about this. I don't know. I'm staying open. But there's a lot of action that seems like it's not being immediately rewarded. Financially rewarded. We tend to look at, this is a great podcast that Joe Rogan did with Dave Chappelle. Came out, I think, during the pandemic. And Dave Chappelle was saying, like, yeah, people tend to get too tunnel vision in terms of measuring success in the form of money. But there's so much, if we widen the scope, there's so much other ways in which we experience success. For example, I've never been to that vegan thing, and if I wasn't like actively trying to build my brand and market my book, I wouldn't have gone. I would have still been at home. So this brings more adventure into my life. So is that nothing? Not necessarily. I learned something. I learned that Kenya had a lottery system, and these ladies won the lottery system in order to come to America. They're mother or father applied for the visa on a limb, the lottery on a whim, and won, and came out here 20 years ago. You like look, think about that story. It's like, wow, I learned something. My mind expanded. I gained an education, and that makes it worth it. I learned something, and it's like, okay, well, here's what I can do to improve next time I go out and about. I turn on my microphone, okay, so we can hear audio from other people. I'm learning, and that's worth its weight in gold. That's worth its weight in gold. The growth that I experience, who I become. Like, guess what? At some point in the future, and I meet somebody else who's either going to Africa or coming from Africa or is interested in Africa or whatever it is, I have that story to tell. And I'll probably tell it at some point. I might even tell it today. So, and then I have this unique, thing from Turkey, which is so cool. Or not from Turkey, but made from someone from Turkey. It's such a nice necklace. I love it. It's so unique and it's so me. I got my brain mapped in Austin 2 years ago. And there's a specific kind of, they call it maybe a brain node or whatever, a characteristic of the brain that is like people who, like how we compare things to each other. And I forget the different categories. I think there's like people who are like, so what they did was, when I got my brain map, what they did is I got on a Zoom call with somebody. They interviewed me for 50 minutes. They took that interview, they sent it to 3 different psychologists. They broke down my brain, how I answered the questions, this very, specific questions that they asked. And when they ask these questions, you don't even know why they're asking them too. You're like, that's a random question, but you answer it and you're like, I wonder if that was like the right answer. Like they ask you, it's very fascinating. Anyway, the question they asked for this particular part of the brain that I'm explaining here is the interviewer held up 2 pillows and he said, tell me about these 2 pillows in relation to each other. And I was like, well, one is bigger than the other, one is blue and the other one is yellow, blah 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 blah. And the report came back, and there are people who, let's say, their brains work where they see those pillows, right? Where some people will look at those 2 pillows and say, well, they're both square, they both have like fuzzy things on the edges, and they both are relatively small. You can use them for similar things in terms of resting your head on them for a nap in the afternoon or something like that. There are some people who would answer that question and say, well, they're both square, they're both pretty small, they both have those fuzzy things on the side. However, like one is bigger than the other. So some people, when they look at things, they look at it from the lens of, we look at all the commonalities of things. And then there are some people who look at the commonalities of things and they have like a little thing called accept. So it's like commonalities accept. And then there are people where it's called uniqueness, where they don't talk about how they're common at all. They talk about how they're unique and how they're different from each other. And me, I am fully uniqueness. I didn't talk about how those 2 pillows were similar whatsoever. And for me, I'm always, I love uniqueness. I love things that are different. I love things that stand out. And my book is that. And this thing hits my uniqueness node in my brain so fucking hard. Because it's very specific, right? Like, first of all, I have a shirt that says fuck them kids on it. That's a unique shirt. I wrote a unique book. I'm a unique person. And I love unique people. I love people who are themselves. Typically. Well, I'll say typically. There are certain people that I love who I'm like, dude, I just love how you can't help but be yourself, right? Like you think about Larry David, the guy who created Curb Your Enthusiasm and like the co-producer of Seinfeld. he damn it, dude, I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, he can't help but be himself. Larry David cannot help but be Larry David, right? And you know people like that, right? I remember when I was living near a specific kind of university, a really high level university, at one point in my life. I met this guy who was very unique. He lived in a van and he traveled like on a budget, and he would get hired by companies to like pitch their business on stage to people and all this kind of stuff. Like, dude, he lived a very unique life, and he was a unique person, man. Sometimes he would dress like a samurai. He's like this white dude, and very, very fascinating person. And like he like created his own board game. I love him as a character in terms of like, because he kind of like sort of was like hybrid living with us. He was a lot to deal with. His energy was a lot, you know, and it's like sometimes that uniqueness can rub people the wrong way, because it's just like, dude, like you are a lot to deal with and you're a lot to handle, and like your energy is so fucking big and it's clashing with my energy, and it's like fucking with my peace. So of course there's levels to this shit, you know, as there always is. And but nonetheless, man, I like him when I'm not living with him, or like hybrid living with him. So yeah, we stack up these little wins, we collect these little artifacts along the way, but like, hey, you had a little adventure today, and then I took people along with me, and I mean, dude, it's a fucking win. It's a fucking win, dude. I'm grateful as shit to be on this journey. I would have never gone to that fucking vegan thing and met those people and all that kind of shit. So I'm gonna chill, relax, go through my stand-up, and yeah, do what I gotta do. It's been real. Talk to you soon.